And I'm live again for one final time this weekend for the Formula 2 feature race around the Red Bull. What a race we just witnessed when it came to Formula 3. Oh my God, that was nuts. I hope this can be somewhere close to it. I don't know if it will be close to it, but we'll see about that. But I'm looking forward to it regardless. But yeah, this will actually be my final watch along for this weekend. Something came up later today that is forcing me not to do the watch along for the Formula One race. I'm sorry about that for any inconvenience, but that's just life getting in the way with certain plans that you make. But if I'm being quite honest, it's not the worst thing because I've noticed that my Formula One streams are not viewed as well as Formula 2 and 3. I kind of have a suspicion as to why that is. So yeah, no Formula 1 watch along, but this is the Formula 2 watch along that I will be doing right now. The intro is going to start in a couple of minutes, so we have a little bit of time to look at what happened in qualifying for this race. Oh, Kamara was handed a post-sprint race penalty. That drops him down, I can only assume. Yeah. Kamara out of the points yesterday then. Ooh, it's not great for him. Kamara also goes down to P9. All right. Yeah, Bennett won the race yesterday ahead of Montoya and Villagomez. That was yesterday. In terms of qualifying, Leon will start from pole position today, ahead of Dunne, Tsolov, Mini, Kamara. That's your top five. Which, is that still the top five in the standings? Yes. Not exactly in that order. But yeah, the top five drivers starting on the grid are the top five drivers in the championship. The championship is led by Gabriele Mini, who is on 90 points ahead of Tsolov at 81 points, Dunne 72 points, Kamara 70 points, and Leon at 54. Leon has a bit of a gap to make up there, but Leon is starting from pole. So actually the one who is last of these five is starting ahead of everyone else. By the way, I also say Beganovic is only 1 point behind Leon. But yeah, the gaps at the front also pretty close. Only 2 points between Dunne and Kamara. And effectively, Kamara is within a race win of Mini. So, of course, if certain things go a certain way, then Kamara is right back into this championship. The thing is, though, I am a big fan always when it comes to Formula 2 and 3 of the rookie making, doing good things. So in the case of, this goes for both Kamara and Tsolov. Kamara and Tsolov were the top two in Formula 3 last year. Very impressive, both of them. Kamara actually clinched the Formula 3 title 1 round before the end, which was mightily impressive from Kamara. And it makes me, have high expectations from Kamara for this season. But this season in Formula 2 hasn't gone as well for Kamara as maybe he had hoped, because there were absolutely brilliant moments already from Kamara. And of course, him winning the feature race in Barcelona actually showed that he can win the races. But considering certain things that happened, especially Monaco, where he was in a decent position and then he retired, that's something that was on him that shouldn't have happened. And it's very much just points thrown away. Kamara would be leading the championship potentially if he had held his head a little bit more throughout all of it. So I think while Kamara is a great talent, he does lose his head a little bit too often, at least so far this season in Formula 2. And that is where Tsolov has actually shown a little bit more maturity. Tsolov, I think, is also a little bit more experienced in these like a support series, Formula Three, and because he was in Formula Three already before last year, so he has a bit more experience in that regard, and we're seeing that now. Um, he already won two feature races, where Kamara only won one, and that's very much where you're just like, Kamara was the better driver last year in Formula Three, but all of a sudden now in Formula Two, it's different. So, but considering this is not his first year in Formula Two, and by the way, same goes for Dunne. I'm a little less convinced by them, though. Mini is showing a bit of experience, of course, and that is something that does count by getting good points pretty much every single week. That's where Mini has done pretty well. He has scored points in every round so far. Monaco was his weakest, but already yesterday, Mini scored a couple of good points in the sprint, and today in the feature race, again, he's starting in the top five. Anyway, the broadcast has started for me, which means let's go back 20 seconds, as I always do. The way these watch-alongs work is you can queue up your stream, and I'm queuing up my stream. I can't show anything on my broadcast because that's illegal. I would get a copyright strike, and my channel would be blocked and everything. So I don't want to do that. So I am just going to describe what I'm seeing to you as the race goes along. Try to sync it up. I will try to very much pinpoint key moments so you can sync it up with me. So that we're watching the same thing at the same time. This is the reason that I'm 20 seconds back. If I would be live, then you get internet connection issues and that kind of stuff. But 20 seconds back, I think, is good enough. Feature race over in Austria. All right, we're seeing the grid. Tire carts are being removed. A lot of umbrellas out to protect from the heat. How warm is it right now in Spielberg? Anyway, I'm seeing the pole sitter, Noel Leon. This is the number 2, Alex Dunne. So it's already 27 degrees over at Spielberg. It's 10 a.m. in the morning, so that's already 27 Celsius, by the way. Tsolov starting in third. Oh, and that's it. Oh, interesting. There is a bit of a split of strategy, which is always going to be interesting because unlike Formula 3, Formula 2 has to make a pit stop. Formula 3 does not. So the craziest thing is, Formula 3 was already an amazing race and it didn't even include a pit stop. This one will. And all of a sudden, strategy will play into it. And that is going to be very exciting, I think. So, looking forward to how that plays out. And I am looking forward to seeing what tires everyone is starting on. Anyway, we have the starting grid 22nd Bonone, 21st Sunshine, Herta and Shields, Fittipaldi and Miata, Van Hoepen and Boya, Boganovic and Belinsky. Sorry for bumping my desk. Miley and Dirksen just out of the top 10. Then we have the top 10, Montoya and Bennett. Bennett, our sprint race winner yesterday. Villagomez, Goethe. Goethe was very unlucky yesterday in the sprint. Interprofessor, Kamara, Mini, and Tsolov. And then the front row of Dunne and Leon. By the way, the funny thing is Dunne was second last year to Richard Verschoor in the feature race, and now he's lining up second on the grid yet again. Dunne is pretty good with Austria. He likes this track, it seems. Formation lap has started. Okay, so seems that the top 5 is on the softer compound, and then Interprofessor is on the harder. By the way, Formula One several years ago decided to make it a little bit easier for the casual viewer to say we have a soft, medium, and a hard tire. Formula 2 doesn't give a shit about that. Formula 2 is like we have a super soft and a soft. Is that confusing? Yes. So the top 5 are starting on the super soft, which is the softer compound. Previously, we said option, by the way. Yeah, option and prime. But yeah, like if we go back to some old school Formula One terms, we had options and primes. Options would be the softer compound, primes would be the harder. So I'm just going to refer to it as that for Formula 2. So the top 5 is starting on options, then number 6 is starting on primes, and I definitely have seen more cars on primes as well towards the back. So that's interesting to know. You can see it. The difference, by the way, again, is minimal because the options are purple and the primes are red. Try to find the difference between purple and red. It's not the easiest to see. All right, they're lining up on the start-finish grid. Let's see, Leon is in his grid box right now. Everyone's let's have a good race. The final car is rounding the final corner right now. All right, let's see. Final car is slotting in. Yep, we have a green flag at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Go. Dunne had a bad start. Already lost Tsolov. Leon leads ahead of Tsolov. It looks like Mini actually got into third. Mini third ahead of Dunne. Dunne lost 2 places, had a bad start. Goethe is up to fifth. Kamara lost a place then. Let's see. Oh, shit. 2 cars off into the gravel. And Tsolov takes the lead. Tsolov is into the lead. Leon lost as well, and Leon is now at risk of Mini. Mini is ahead. Tsolov leads ahead of. Oh, this is close between Leon and no, Mini. Let's see. Leon does keep second place for the moment, but it's tight. We're probably gonna get. Are we gonna get another safety car on lap one? Are we gonna continue the streak? I'm curious about this. Safety car on lap one. We have continued the streak. Oh God. Every single race this weekend has seen a safety car on lap one. Formula 3, both races, Formula 2, sprint, and feature race as well. Every single time. Is Formula 1 later going to be the same with a safety car on lap one? We'll see about that. Oh my God. Villa Gomez has retired. And here we have an AIX into the pits. It's Caldi. Let's see. He is going on to the prime tires, which this is not his mandatory pit stop because you can't make your mandatory pit stop before 6 laps into the race. That is a rule in Formula 2. So let's see. I want to see what happens at the back because I know what happens in front. Let's see. Someone goes inside there. That's where they eat each other off. It's behind the trees a little bit. Yeah, oh, there's the contact, and there both cars go off. It was Montoya and Villa Gomez. Montoya was able to continue somehow, but Villa Gomez definitely had race-ending damage on his car. So Villa Gomez is out. Let's see what happened to Fittipaldi behind them because he was into the pits, probably trying to fix a puncture. Oh yeah, that was a puncture. Like Fittipaldi just got the full blast of the damage from Villa Gomez's car. By the way, I would definitely say it's Villa Gomez's fault. Montoya just got tapped by him from behind. There was nothing that Montoya could really do there. Oh my god. I think Leon is way too nice into turn three, and that very much just allowed Tsolov through because and maybe Leon was also a little bit late on the brakes there. By the way, what is interesting to note is that the car that we're riding on board with, Goethe, I think it's in fourth place and it's on the prime tires. So, or okay, maybe he's in fifth place. But anyway, Goethe is the lead car on prime tires, and that could be interesting later in the race. Let's see. Oh, Montoya did get out of the car then, and Montoya is very pissed off at Villa Gomez, which is understandable because Montoya just got tapped from behind. Okay, but that means we have two retirements: Villa Gomez and Montoya, and apparently Dirksen is in there as well. The collision has been noted. We'll see what comes off of that. We're on lap three out of 40 behind the safety car. It is actually a Campos 1-2 with Tsolov leading ahead of Leon and with Mini, Dunne, Goethe, Kamara, Bennett, Inchikutsa, Dirksen, and Belinsky are the top 10. All right, so safety car will at least go on for one more lap. Let's hope it comes in on the next one. 40 laps, by the way. Of course, it is a very short lap, Austria. So these 40 laps will go by quite quickly, but it's still a fairly significant amount of laps. And we will be here for roughly an hour of racing. Oh my God. If Formula One has a lap one safety car as well, it continues to straight. Like, who is going to cause that, right? All right, let's See, we don't have the message of safety car ending, so it seems that we're going for another lap here. Oh, safety car is ending. It's a bit of a late call, but okay. The safety car is coming in this lap. Tsolov will be leading the pack. Then safety car lights are out. Tsolov will lead the pack. Also, as it stands, Tsolov will be leading the championship. All right, let's see where he goes in terms of the restart. Because we've seen some fairly early restarts this weekend with safety cars. And he went. Yeah, that was early. That was very early. And I definitely think he caught Leon off guard a little bit with where he went. Yeah, Tsolov, very good restart. Very much clear of Leon for the moment. Oh, this is a scrap between Dirksen and Kufusak. Dirksen gets the position, gets into eighth. There's no further investigation on the Montoya Villa Gomez incident. That is fascinating. All right, that's a choice. All right, on to lap six then. Dirksen is yet again looking ahead. This time it's Bennett. Belinsky is close to into Kruzak, and Kruzak is at risk of losing yet another place here. Yeah, Belinsky goes to the inside, and he's got it. Belinsky takes ninth place, which is, of course, points instead of a singular point. And now Miney also takes into Kruzak. And Kruzak has lost three places in the last two laps. Not going too well for him. Oh, Beganovic is also now looking. That would be a very unconventional spot, but hey, might as well, right? Oh, Interproof was on hard or primes. Okay, Belinsky. No, yeah. Leon and Belinsky are already making their pit stops, so that's very, very early because it's only lap 7 out of 40. Those prime tires will have to last a very long time then. So they're very much just going for like an undercut. All right. Interesting to see these strategy games. Yeah, the commentators are saying it that the advantage of pitting so early. Oh, Dunn is now also pitting. Interesting. Like the benefit of pitting this early is that you get clean air because Leon is 20 seconds behind Fittipaldi and he can just go for a while. Dunn pits, Beganovic pits. So like you have some clean air in front of you where you can just run for a while without having to worry too much. But you do need to carry these tires up until the end of the race, which is like 34, 33 laps or something. It's a very, very long time that you have to keep those tires alive. But anyway, Dunn and Beganovic have pitted. Where's Leon? Oh, Dunn is ahead of Leon, it seems. Tsolov is now being called in. Oh, Dunn is quite clear of Leon. That is interesting to see. Anyway, next up, our race leader is already going to come in. Tsolov. Let's see if anyone else is going to go with him. Yeah, Tsolov comes in. It seems that Mini is going to continue. Yeah, Mini continues. All right. And a couple of other people are following behind. Who are those? Bennett Dirksen. All right. So let's see. For Tsolov. Oh, it's slow in the left rear. Let's see. That is Dunne and Leon. Tsolov is coming out of the pits right now. This is going to be close. This is going to be very close between Dunne and Tsolov. And Dunne has his tires warmed up, of course. Let's see. Dunne into the first corner. He is behind Tsolov. Let's see. Leon is ahead of Bennett there. That's close, though. Let's see. Tsolov and Dunne are pretty close to one another. Let's see if Dunne can already attack Tsolov. Of course, Dunne has warmed up tires. Tsolov is weaving to get temperature. Let's see. Kamara is coming in now. Mini as well. Goethe goes through, and I think Goethe started. Yeah, Goethe was on the primes. Mighty also pits. Miata pits. Mini is ahead of Kamara. Let's see where they emerge compared to everyone else. Here we have the pack coming up. Tsolov. Oh, Mini is ahead as of right now. Mini is ahead. But the question is, with Tsolov having warmed up, by the way, Kamara is looking at Leon. But Leon has warmed up tires, of course. So let's see. Does Tsolov take the lead? Oh, it's close. It is very close. Tsolov does take the lead by the looks of it. Yeah. Tsolov ahead of Mini, and Dunne is looking. Dunne on the outside of Mini. Yep, Dunne is in second. Virtually second, by the way. Of course, this is for ninth place at the moment, but these are the guys who've made their pit stop. So this is like effectively the lead of the race because everyone ahead is on primes, haven't made their pit stop yet. That's TBD for later. But yeah, Mini is effectively in third, then Leon, then Kamara. Leon incident, leaving the track and gaining an advantage is noted. Why did Leon do that? Dunne is very close to Tsolov. Dunne, oh, he was looking, but no, doesn't do it just yet. By the way, Tsolov is lucky that the slow stop did not fuck up his race too much. No further investigation for Leon. Okay, I have no idea what happened really, but if there's nothing, then there's nothing. Doesn't matter. Ooh, Dunn is close. Dunn is going to attack here. Tsolov goes defensive. Dunn to the outside. Dunn with DRS. Tsolov is still ahead. Dunn cuts back. Side by side. Nope. Tsolov is still ahead. Ooh, Dunn is looking to the inside. Dunn goes to the inside. Dunn takes the lead. But there's another bit of a straight. Uh, Tsolov did not get DRS here. So now Mini is looking at second place. Dunn has the lead. Tsolov does keep second. This is really close for the top three. By the way, this drone shot is pretty good following the cars along. Oh, was there a bit of front wing coming off? Yep. Tsolov has lost his front wing end plate. Oof, that is not great. And by the way, the drivers there are lucky not to get a puncture because Dunn tapped into that. Dunn could have gotten a puncture. It didn't happen. Tsolov actually drove over that. Didn't get a puncture. So that's very lucky. But the top five, top six are very close together. And by the way, when I mean top six, I mean 9th until 14th. Kamara is looking at Leon. Doesn't happen. Close though. Tsolov done incident collision notice. I would. I don't know what they're going to make of that. I would think it's a racing incident, but they might do something with that. Gone a bit wide into the final corner. but Kamara is very close to Leon here. The only thing that is hampering Kamara's advances is the fact that Leon also has DRS, but Kamara is close, moves to the inside of Leon and takes the fourth place. And actually, now that opens the door for Bennett as well. Bennett is right behind them as well. But Kamara is into fourth. Mini is looking at Tsolov for third. And I know it's not fourth and third, but we're going to go with it because it's what matters. I don't consider the top eight for the moment. This is what is happening in the races. And it's good racing. It's close racing. And it's pretty crazy because we're only on lap 16. Actually, they're still on lap 15 out of 40. They still have to go for 25 laps on this set of tires because they've already made their pit stop. Crazy. Oh, that's fun. Seriously, Austria is such a fucking great track for racing. We should have more races here. Like, why do we even go to places like Miami or Singapore where you can't overtake and it doesn't have any history? Let's see. Dirksen is looking at Bennett. Dirksen takes Bennett into the first corner. That is not really where you usually want to do it because now this will give Bennett an opportunity to get back at Dirksen. Let's see. Dirksen on the inside, Bennett on the outside. They give each other room. Dirksen takes the place back. Why are we focusing on Goethe? I understand that he's the race leader, but he hasn't made his pit stop, so I don't really think this is significant. By the way, it seems that the top four of Dunne, Tsolov, Mini, and Kamara, that is going to be the battle for the lead because Leon is dropping back, which is interesting because Leon was, of course, the pole sitter. But Leon is not able to keep with here, and Dirksen goes by Bennett now. Oh, on Leon. Dirksen got Leon. Yeah, Leon was your pole sitter, and he has just dropped back quite a lot of places, and he's not able to do too much during this race. Now, of course, there's one thing about tire management, but everyone has to do tire management. So in that regard, it's not going great for Leon or pole sitter. Yeah, you can clearly see a little bit of a gap from Kamara over to Dirksen. The question is, though, now that Dirksen has passed Leon, is he going to be able to close up that gap so that it becomes a top five race? Would be interesting to see because then, of course, you get a battle between teammates with Dirksen and Kamara, both from Invicta. Tsolov is close here to Dunne. So Stenshorn got Barone for fifth. Further ahead, we're not following this. Okay, now we are. But by the way, they cut away just as Tsolov was actually getting close to Dunne. It's zero point 0.3 of a second. Camera, let's. Okay, there we go. No, Tsolov is not able to do anything. Got 2.2 of a second, but that's it. Very much seems that at least Mini and Kamara are just, doing a bit of tire management at this stage of the race and not really attacking. God, that was Stenshorn. Jesus. That was definitely forcing another driver off track as far as I'm concerned because he was not ahead at the apex. He was at no point ahead, and then he just barged them off. So, if anything, that should be a penalty for Stenshorn. That's just not very nice. Okay, no further investigation on the Dunne Tsolov incident where Tsolov was end plate. Which, by the way, Tsolov is still driving around without an end plate. Now, the thing is, a front wing end plate is definitely not a massive loss at all. Then Sean now past Herta, and by the way, this will seal the deal then that Stenshorn will not let Veronica pass, even though he probably should, forcing another driver off the track. Yeah, the team should have come onto the radio and told Stenshorn give the place back. They should have said that. They didn't. Now that Stenshorn is ahead of Herta, and that was a legit move without any issues. Yeah, Stenshorn might get a penalty for that, and it wouldn't be undeserved if we're being fair. Off is close. On three. Huh, that's an interesting team radio. Goethe is being told to try to push a bit more. Okay. The Barone is attacking for fifth place in the race. Passes Herta. That's done. By the way, Leon is actually coming back at Dirksen now. No further investigation on Stenchorn and Barone. Okay. Fittipaldi makes his pit stop now, his actual pit stop. Or is it? No. That was a glitch in the timing tower. That's not the first time this happened this weekend. So, but I was under the impression that he was. It would be a very early pit stop, considering that he is on the harder tires. Dunne makes a mistake and goes wide onto the grass. Let's see if Tsolov can capitalize, but that was really bad because now his tires are also fucked up, and Tsolov goes into the lead. There you go. Oh, what a mistake from Dunne. Oh my God, Alex Dunne. What have you done there? What have you done? Get it? I know. All right, let's see. It is all of a sudden much closer with the top four. Tsolov is in the lead, ahead of Dunn, ahead of Mini, ahead of Kamara. The four are very close together. Oof. Yeah, Dunn just went way too wide and then onto the grass. Wow, that just happened. And I also feel that it's kind of unprovoked because Dunn should have just kept his race going, kept it clean, just keep going, keep driving. That very much, as they call it in tennis, is an unforced error. Dunn has lost the DRS to Tsolov. It's 1.1. This will actually open it up to Mini, who is very close here. Mini is only zero point 0.4 of a second behind. Is Mini going to take second place here? Why are we seeing this? This is not interesting. Oh, Boya is retiring. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That was very, very dangerous. Mini almost hit Boya. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Um, Yellow flag. This will probably be a safety car or a virtual safety car. This is very important. If it's a virtual safety car, they can pit. If it's a full-on safety car, they can pit. And that's extremely helpful for your top six. Virtual safety car. They can't make their pit stops now. Oh, that's huge. Yeah. They are not allowed to make their pit stops now. But it would honestly, for the people on primes, would be a great time. Oh wow, that engine just completely blew up. Like there was fire coming out of that engine. That's kind of scary, actually. Okay, Stenshorn is in the pits. There's no way. There's no way he's gonna get away with this. Yeah, Stenshorn should get a penalty for that because there's no way. Like the commentators are saying that Sten Shorn maybe got in. No, there's no way that Sten Shorn got in before the virtual safety car. I don't believe that. Oh man. Yeah, you can't go into the pits when there's a VSC. You just can't. And Sten Shorn will have to get a penalty for that. Let's see how long the VSC goes for, because this is also kind of hampering the top five, who are all on the prime tires, of course. This They would want to make their pit stop in the next couple of laps, but they can't with this VSC. VSC ending 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're green again. Oh, Mini, a bit of a wobble out the first corner. Is it going to open it up for Dunne? Let's see. Leon is attacking Dirksen. Leon goes to the inside. Can't make it happen because Dirksen went defensive. But different lines into turn 3. Leon on the outside. Mini and Dunne are fighting. I think Mini got him. I think Mini is into second. Mini is into second, and Leon is attacking Dirksen here. Leon on the outside. Oh, that's difficult there. Can make it happen. But yeah, Mini is into second place, virtual second place. Dirksen is still ahead after all of that, despite Leon's attacks. Van Hoopen stops. Finally makes his pit stop. I would definitely say that's an early stop because you need to go for like 12 laps on those super softs, but we'll see. Oh, so Stenshorn actually got into the pits. Okay. Okay. Right. Goethe is boxing from the lead. Tsolov takes Herta. Of course, Herta is on older tires, but that's interesting. Let's see. So Goethe has made his stop. He is coming out behind this slot, and then maybe here. Let's see if he gets out ahead of Beganovic. He does get out ahead of Beganovic. That's actually pretty good for Goethe because he has those super soft tires. He might be able to make something happen as long as he keeps it ahead of Beganovic. Because of course the question now is, are the colder tires going to suffer for a lap? Yeah, Beganovic is going to get DRS. I'm pretty sure that Beganovic will get ahead here. Goethe goes defensive on the inside. Yeah, holds the place. Interpufazak pits from the lead. And then the only person left is Barone. Yeah, Barone also pits. So now we have everyone. We've had everyone into the pits. So the order is as it is. Let's see. Kamara is close behind Dunne, very close. This is for the podium, the final podium spot. The unfortunate thing for Kamara is that Dunne also has DRS2 Mini ahead, so can't really benefit too much there. But it is actually Tsolov has a bit of a gap to Mini, so Tsolov seems pretty clear there. Then Mini, Dunne, and Kamara are second, third, fourth, all have DRS. Dirksen in fifth does not have DRS to his teammate. Leon is within the DRS of Dirksen, but barely. Bennett also has DRS to Leon. And then there's a bit of a gap to Goethe, but of course, Goethe has just made his pit stop, and Goethe might be able to catch up with Bennett because he has fresher tires. Those fresh super softs might do him some good in like a lap or so when they really get fired up and going. Goethe is already, is already coming through. Goethe might actually be a threat for the win here at the end. Kamara is looking at Dunne here. Dunne does not have DRS to Mini, so this is Kamara's best opportunity for third place. 0.3 of a second. Let's see. Kamara against Dunne. No, not yet. Goethe is within DRS of Bennett. The only thing that Bennett has going for him is that he has DRS to Leon. Belinsky went into ninth. Okay. Let's see. Once again, Kamara, 0.4 of a second behind Dunne onto the start finish straight. 0.3. Goethe is looking at Bennett and gets past Goethe into seventh place now. And the next target is Leon, our pole sitter. Jeez, Leon is going to drop back yet another place then. Kamara on the outside of Dunne. Kamara breaks way later. Wow. Oh, side by side, definitely forced off there. Kamara was definitely forced off by Leon, by Dunne. I'm messing up some drivers here. Let's see, Goethe on Leon is close. That's right behind them. Goethe, 0.1. Goethe on Leon is done. Yeah. Goethe gets sixth place, and Goethe is only looking ahead on those fresh super softs. Oh, Goethe could really go for the win here, potentially. Yeah, Kamara was definitely ahead there. He was forced off. Yeah, there is no doubt in my mind that Dunne forced him off. Because Kamara was ahead at the apex. Oh, Kamara and Dunne yet again. Kamara close. Kamara to the outside. Can't make it happen just yet. So no. But on to the next straight. Out of turn 3 into turn 4. Kamara with the DRS. Kamara on the outside. Oh, it's close. And this brought Dirksen back into it because Dirksen is very close to them now as well. Dunn is defending extremely hard, but is he defending too hard potentially? And there's Goethe. Goethe is right with them. Oh my god, we have 4 cars within a second of one another. Dunn, Kamara, Dirksen, and Goethe. This is for the final podium position as of right now. Let's see. Goethe is going to look at Dirksen here. No, not yet. All right. Let's see. Kamara on Dunn then. Goethe on Dirksen. Dunn goes defensive. Kamara keeps it on the outside. Oh, God, don't tap each other, teammates. Goethe on the outside of Dirksen. Oh, my God. This is nose to tail. Goethe gets past Dirksen, finally. That has now happened. Or has it? Or has it? Goethe on the outside. Oh my god. No. There was contact with Kamara and Dunn. Oh my god. I think Kamara got a bit of damage. Seriously, Dunn is defending too hard. Dunn is defending way too hard. Like this is getting ugly between Dunn and Kamara. Like Dunn should just give it up already. Like it's like this is really, really hurting your race here, Dunn. Okay, Kamara goes to the inside into turn 1 and now gets it. Yeah. Oh God. Dirksen had to go off and is off. Dirksen lost a couple of places there. All right. Dunn back ahead of Kamara. Goethe on the outside. That's going to be difficult. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. This is absolute chaos in the final stages yet again, just like the Formula 3 race earlier. What is happening? Goethe around the outside into third place. Goethe gets the move done. Goethe is at the third. Ahead of Dunn, ahead of Kamara. Oh, Kamara outside of Dunn, and Kamara goes into fourth place. Well done, Kamara. Oh, good stuff. Finally, he got that move. And that is so deserved because honestly, Dunn was defending way too hard. Dunn should get a penalty for his antics. Like that was not okay. Like Dunn, I get it. You want to race, but there were some moves where it's not okay. By the way, this also shows to me Dunn is not good enough for Formula One. Already last year, I was thinking that okay, he makes too many mistakes, but this is not okay. So Dunn, you're never gonna make it into F1. See, and Drapuzak got into this equation. He passes Leon. Leon, yet another place lost there. And Drapuzak into sixth behind Dunn, and that's very close. That's very close. Kamara has dropped out of a second compared to Goethe. Interpuvzak is within a second, so Interpuvzak might be looking at fourth here. 3 laps to go. It does actually seem that the podium. Oh, mistake from Dirksen into the first corner. Yeah, Dirksen made mistakes. Then Shorn is passed into eighth. Yeah, and Trubuzak is very close to Kamara. What did Dirksen do? Oh, Jesus Christ. Into Trubuzak, point four to Kamara. We have 2 laps to go. Fourth place is not decided here yet. The top three is the top three. That's done as far as I'm concerned. Investigation after the race. Kamara and Dunne forcing a. Yeah, I mean, just give Dunne the penalty already. It's pretty clear cut as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Interpuvsek is not able to attack Kamara just yet. Van Hoopen is now looking at Dirksen, and Stenshorn goes by Leon. Leon is down to P8. Our pole sitter is down to P8. Interpuvsek versus Kamara on the final lap. Let's see. This up infringement for Stenshorn investigated after the race. Okay, we'll see about that. Stenshorn is looking at Dunne, by the way. Stenshorn and Dunne are fighting, and we're not seeing it. Interpuvsek goes to the inside of Kamara, but Kamara keeps it. But what about Stenshorn? And what about Van Hoopen? This is also happening behind. We're not seeing it. And Dirksen is close to Van Hoopen. Anyway, Dunne. Yeah, Stenshorn gets ahead. Anyway, Nikola Tsolov wins the feature race. Well done, Tsolov. Ahead of Gabriele Mini. Ahead of Goethe and then Kamara. And Interpuvsek. And then we have Stenshorn, then Dunne, who could get a penalty after this. Leon, Van Hoopen, and Dirksen are your top 10. I personally think that Dunne is going to get a 5-second penalty that will drop him outside of the top 10, and that will actually promote Belinsky up to 10th place. Oof. Okay, this might not have been have good as this might not been this might not have been as good as the F3 feature race, but it was still pretty good. Hold on, Tsolov. Props to you. This extension actually just went around the outside. Oh wow. Good overtake, Stenshorn. Jeez. Mini. Also, the gap between Mini and Tsolov at the front will close up to 2 points. So that's exciting. Well done, Goethe, for getting that podium. All right, this is going to be it for me for today in terms of the watch-alongs. Thank you for watching. If you did, please, if you haven't already, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're into Formula 1, 2, and 3 content, which is what I make on this channel. I am sorry for not being here later today for the Formula 1 watch-along. Stuff came up. I'm going to have to do something else. That's why I won't be here. But I will be back tomorrow with my reaction to my race predictions and, of course, my reaction to the race that we're going to see later. I will be here on Tuesday with a video covering the predictions for next weekend, because next weekend we already have another race over at Silverstone. And the next weekend, all the watch-alongs we're starting on Friday with sprint qualifying up until, of course, Sunday, the main race. So if you're interested in all of that, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Until then, take care.